Well, it's been an eventful day here in Olympus Rally. Bill, can you talk to us a little bit what's going on with Brandon?
Yeah, Brandon had a bit of an off on 7. There was a slippery spot near a bridge. Apparently he clipped the bridge, tore a little bit of the back end off of the car, lost a wheel basically. So they're out trying to fix the car on stage or close to the stage if they can pull it out of the end of the stage and get it repaired on the side of the road so they can bring it back here and hopefully have Brandon ready to go for tomorrow. Unfortunately, that's going to drop him out of the fight for the win because he was really up there and was trading stage wins with Travis the last couple of stages, so it's really a shame to see him dropping back, but that's the situation, and that's rally, so he'll be back tomorrow, and we'll keep him going.
And going off of that, yeah, we've been watching a lot of the times. It was, Brandon took one stage, Travis took another, so they were split pretty much 3 and 3 going into stage 7. With that being said, obviously you've had a lot of conversations with Brandon. How do you think he's kind of feeling about it? How do you think his mental game is? And what do you think he's going to go for tomorrow?
Well, I think Brandon was really starting to show some of his potential pace just this afternoon. I think Travis won 2 of the stages and Brandon won 1 on the first loop, and then Brandon won 2 and Travis won 1 on the second loop. So Brandon was clawing back some of that time. He's really he's comfortable with these types of conditions because he's from the Pacific Northwest. Olympus is one of the rallies that he likes the most. And I think he was anxious to come out here after having okay showings at Snowdrift and 100 Acre Wood, but not really being close to the wins, and really fight for the overall win and get a bunch of stage wins. So he was in the mix pretty heavily through 6 and actually 6.5 stages because he was showing good pace on 7 too. So I know he'll be very disappointed, but hopefully he feels good about the pace that he showed this afternoon. I think he has a lot to feel very confident about, and he can go out tomorrow and just try to crank through a lot of seat time and get more stage experience. These conditions are tough, but he's a great driver, and he's getting faster and faster every time out.
Awesome. Well, you guys heard it here. Stay tuned to see what happens with Brandon Semenuk tomorrow. Travis, the day's been super long today, very wet, obviously. Walk us through how you feel about the first stages.
Felt really good. Started off strong. Brandon definitely picked it up though. He's such a smooth driver. As slick as these roads are, always been a challenge. Ken and I have always kind of struggled up here. It's a McKenna rally. It's a Semenuk rally, and Semenuk would have been probably unbeatable had he been able to stay on the road. But when 00 is going off, it tells you how slick it is out there. So happy to be on the road. We got a lot of rallying to go, but definitely really excited to have the lead going in tomorrow.
Well, after the first 6.5 stages, pretty much, stage 8 got canceled today. It was back and forth between you and Brandon. You'd take a stage, he'd take a stage. How are you feeling how he's coming overall? He's got a lot of seat time now in the Subaru. What do you think about that?
Yeah, this was definitely a rally that Brandon knew he not needed to win, but this was going to be really big for his championship. He's always super fast up here. He kicked our butts here last year. And then when the rain came in, I was like, oh boy, this is going to be really tough. And he didn't start out as fast as he normally does. Ken always starts out super fast, but it's good. We beat Ken every stage, so gotcha. No, I'm just joking. He's trying to figure out this new car. All of his testing in the car was on dry. All of the recce was on dry. There's so many gotchas out there. Like, this is like the worst case scenario for like trying to learn a new vehicle, but these Subarus are amazing. They're super reliable. They're really stable vehicles. But even with that out there, it is so slimy. It's so slick. Where Brandon went off, it was dumb luck that we stayed on, and it was definitely someone was going to go off there, and unfortunately, it was Brandon. It wasn't that his notes were bad or that he was over driving. It's just Mother Nature, man. It was a very 00 went off there. That's how slick it was. So. These guys, we didn't put a wheel off all day, so definitely super excited. Strategy was don't make any mistakes, see where it pans out, and we're going to keep charging tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, you guys heard it here. Keep charging tomorrow. That's what Travis Pastrana says. Walk us through everything. I heard you took a stage win as well. These roads are very Welsh-like. Do you agree?
Yeah, quite similar to Rally GB and such. It was good to get a stage win in Wildcat. It was probably the stage that I heard most about before coming to the event. So, it was definitely the trickiest one of today. And, it was great to get the win on it.
And talking about that, Wildcat's 18.60 miles, obviously stage 8, which would be the double running of it, got canceled. Obviously, you taking that stage win, you're probably looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's quite a shame it was cancelled, and especially in the dark. Maybe youth on our side would have helped us a little. So, no, it's a shame, but yeah, there's 4 stages left tomorrow, and I think it's still a lot left to do.
Well, that smile on your face pretty much says everything. So obviously you got that little momentum going into tomorrow's. Is that going to change the game plan? The rain is obviously still happening. A lot more is going to be coming through the evening. What do you think tomorrow is going to be like?
I suppose the stages tomorrow are a little different than today. Stage 1 in the morning is 19 miles, so it's a wake-up call. But yeah, you have to be on it. You have to trust your notes, and yeah, we'll just do the same as we did today and focus on RC2.
Awesome. Well, congratulations again. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Ryan, we're here at the end of day 1. A lot has happened. Stage 8 actually got canceled. What are your thoughts about the overall day?
Yeah, it was good. It started out slow. The tight and twisty, sketchy stuff, like the conditions are just so different throughout the entire stage for each of the 3 of them. Actually 4 total. But yeah, just, the Irish guys are on a totally different pace. So we just kind of took time where we could. But yeah, it's just overall, it's a really tough rally. So
going into tomorrow, some of the longer stages of the day, we're running 2 of the stages, 2 times each. What are your thoughts about that? What's the game plan?
Just keep on keeping on. Just try to get to the finish and run our rally. Like I said, the guys behind us, we're kind of in no man's land right now. Like the 2 Irish guys ahead of us in the R5s are a bit in front. So we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. Best of luck tomorrow. Well, you guys have been seeing this gentleman and his co-driver pretty much everywhere. He's been winning a lot of different things. Round 3, you guys are here, but you had a little bit of a mishap. Walk us through what's been going on at Olympus.
I mean, it's my first time out here with Karina and my dog Joey, and it's just been brutal on the car. The car is old, but it's an amazing car. But we had a huge off in the second stage today. Somehow saved it, almost hit a stump, got going. And then in this last stage, blew a tire on the 18-mile stage, changed it, then my brakes caught on fire, got that taken care of, and now I have a huge wheel bearing issue. So I don't really know where I stand. I mean, I heard we're okay, but at this point, my goal is just to finish the race. And I came here, driving all the way from Detroit. All I care about is finishing, so I don't care if I have to push the car across the finish line tomorrow, I will be finishing.
And talking about that, we had Snowdrift, obviously your home rally. Yeah. Then we drove down to Missouri, 100-acre wood rally. Now we're out here. Snow to some fast to mental, and it's all changing for you. How do you go from one rally to the next and keep it all together?
I think I acclimate quite well, I think, because I'm a stunt driver and I'm always driving different cars. And so jumping in a rally car and just going for it is kind of like what I do at work. They never give you time to get comfortable. They're like, get in there and go as fast as you can around that corner. So I think from that perspective, I have a bit of an advantage, but then, it all gets real serious when, you're in there going for it. So Karina reading great notes and us just trying to be positive, but rally is a grind. I mean, it is a grind, and it's the best time I've ever had.
And talking about that, obviously stage 8 got canceled today. It's the Wildcat stage, 18 plus miles over there. How would you have felt driving in the dark with the rain, just everything coming together, especially with all the troubles that you've been talking about?
It would have been really difficult. I think the team that I'm with now, TRF, they would have been up for the challenge of getting the car going. But to see all the cars on the side of the road on that last stage was kind of heartbreaking. Some of my friends sitting on the side with their cars wrapped around trees. So, rally's serious business. This is no joke. I mean, even though we're out here to have a hell of a time, at the end of the day, it's incredibly dangerous. And I think it's the last really incredibly dangerous motorsport, other than Baja and stuff. But, I mean, everyone's out there really putting it on the line. So I'm glad that they canceled the last stage. I think it was the smart move for the ARA to do that. I think everyone just needs to recoup. And that last stage, Wildcat, is the most intense, brutal stage I have ever driven in my life. It had everything. I mean, everything. The car was like, please take me home. It was intense.
Well, you guys heard it from here. Ele says the last stage was pretty intense, but he's going to come back tomorrow and dominate.
I don't know about dominate, but I'm going to do my best. I know Nice is really fast. There's some other fast guys out there, but if we get the car back together, we're going for it.
Lots of things have been happening here. Day 1 at Olympus Rally. The weather has taken over. We've had some delays on stages, some offs, and we've even canceled stage 8, which was a second running of Wildcat. Travis Pastrana is still in the lead, but tomorrow is another day. So stay tuned and head over to DirtFish.com for all the latest updates.